Hey guys, welcome back to the Podtel podcast. This is your host Edmond Orenge, or you can call me the Tribal Chief. So I want to welcome you to this yet another episode, and kwanza kabla tuanze, I'll want to say thank you so much for your subscriptions, and on behalf of my team, I say thank you. And so welcome to this episode, and we're going to talk about consent and its guidelines and how kama sisi the society will benefit from consent. Unajua we take this thing so for granted, and ni kitu very important, like kila mse lazima akwe anajua like this thing about consent. So welcome, find a safe place and sit, kinywaji, chukua demu yako kaa nayo mwochi kitu, and tell a friend to subscribe to this episode. Thank you. So before to endelea, you can see me with guests, and I'll want them to introduce themselves, what they do, and at least tukianza kuongelea tukue in a very good space. So I'll start on my far right.
Yes, I'm labanbalo influencer.
Yeah, that's Laban.
Quinta Zawadi, social influencer.
Nice. And she's our new co-host. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Our left here.
Tito himself, I'm a podcaster and I work in a hospital. I'm an accountant.
Nice. So they'll give their social media handles badai. So let's get into the topic sasa. So before we even continue, I'll want us to understand what's consent. Sindio? I'll want us to define consent. How can someone like me use consent and be able to like live with someone in the society? Sindio? Yeah. And I'm happy tuko na a girl here because kuna maswali zingine nitauliza. Yenye a girl should answer, sindio?
Sure.
Yeah. So labda unaweza to define consent.
Yeah, many people have different
Ongeza sauti.
Many people have different entails of consent. Like in our society today tuko na vitu mingi kwa society ambayo inatusumbua na ambayo inafaa tuelewe, ingine inafaa tuelimishwe.
That's enough.
Yeah,
Tito, can you
My understanding of consent is basically the affirmation that someone else gives to something that someone else has asked.
Yeah.
So it's like it has to be between two people.
Yeah.
So someone asks to do something and the other person responds. If they affirm, they agree, you've given consent. That is the meaning of like my understanding of what consent is.
So for me, I think it's like doing things without asking for. Like consent, doing things without asking for. Yeah. That's my understanding. Like
Doing things without asking for.
Asking for. Yeah. Unakubaliana hiyo? Unakubaliana mimi? Why?
Unakubali mwenyewe, unajitolea wewe mwenyewe, umejitolea.
I take consent, for instance, among two people as a right to do something together. So it's not exactly what you're trying to define it as.
Like,
as a right.
If I should like borrow your phone, I should ask for your phone first.
Yeah, you should ask for it first.
Yeah. Okay. So I think as a society tunahitaji kitu kama nasema aje, like the permission.
Yeah, the permission.
And what if nimeomba Laban simu leo alafu niitumie, ndio tomorrow should I come and take it because alinipatia ruhusa jana? Lazima niombe tena.
Yes. It clearly goes against consent.
Ebu now define consent on your side.
Okay, well, according to me, consent is the right to do something with permission.
Doing something with permission.
Right to do something with permission.
And what's the importance?
You get to be in good terms with other people. You get to do things in a right way, clearly, to the other partner or to whoever is included.
Nice.
It's helping building relationship family, and even my best friends.
Yeah, Tito.
Importance of consent. Consent puts away a lot of things that may come in between, like disagreements. You see, there are people who get offended with certain things, but they don't say.
Yeah.
Like the biggest bias that we have here, consent, that is all over. Even if you Google, the first bias that consent takes is actually sexual consent.
Yeah.
Because sexual consent is very much distorted in a way that sometimes consent is not given, but it looks like it's given.
Yeah.
Like the same way we look at it as, when you're seated, it's the two of you, a lady and a dude, and then they are getting into something. So this lady is not sure about it.
Yeah.
So when she says no, but she wants it, her no doesn't mean no.
Yeah.
Or maybe she says yes, but her yes doesn't mean yes. So it has to be clearly defined as she agreed. She has to agree.
Yeah.
In the same way, when people have, let's say, sexual contact after getting drunk or maybe something like that, that consent is influenced by something else. So that even in court of law, that consent is not valid.
Yeah.
So that is a yes that really didn't mean a yes. It's because it was influenced by something else.
Yeah. So I think we'll get back to the sexual consent. So what I'll want to ask also is, we are friends, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does that give you an idea that you know like the good things I should deserve? Does that give you consent? Like, let's say you're friends, isn't it? Like, does it give you like the idea to know like tunapenda?
No.
Umenipata?
Yeah. I feel like if you're friends, you don't have the right to make decisions for me.
Yeah, decisions.
People should practice.
The most realistic way of hiyo kitu amesema is some people are friends, and depending on how you guys relate, depending on how long you guys have known each other, it will make you understand better how this guy operates, what this guy likes, what this guy doesn't like, and all that. So it happens a lot that at a further step of friendship, we find ourselves operating within the constraints of what someone else likes or doesn't like.
Yeah.
So I'm here, maybe you don't like, okay, and let's say I come to your place, and then we are friends, but you don't like someone, you don't like sharing your clothes, like you don't like someone trying on your clothes, your shoes, and everything like that. So as your friend, I need to know. So I can't just come to your place and do it. So that is where now the concept comes. So I know you don't like it. I need to ask you, can I try on your shoes? Can I try on your clothes? And things like that. So being friends, depending on the longevity of your friendship, you'll get to know how someone operates, how this guy likes things said to him or something like that.
Yeah. I think that's you na define like as friends I should unajua kwanza kitu moja what I've realized in the society right now, we are friends with different tags. Like sasa kitu imetuunganisha sisi, it's a podcast episode. Unaona? Like other friends wameunganishwa like on like bars, unaona? Like you don't know this person, yeah, football. Like tukipatana hapo nje hatuna story nyingine. Unaona? Like if I meet Laban or our other guest Mogio, like hakuna kitu inatuunganisha pamoja kama si huyu. So if I meet Mogio in town, siwezi muongelesha juu Laban hayuko. You see? So as friends, we should like tujuane in and out to bring that inner circle vibe. Sindio? So another question I should ask, how do we approach consent? Tuanzia nani? How do we approach consent?
Because
So
How can we approach consent?
we can approach consent in it can create in our culture. Consent na ita help a lot.
Just stop.
Consent can ina help in our society to create more friends and build a culture that create more people to be good and that will be a better people.
It's okay.
Okay, well, according to me, my approach to consent is that it should be clearly and freely communicated. Look, I feel like doing that brings a certain respect into relationships or friendships. So it should be clearly communicated.
So kitu naweza sema to help our guy here ni ukitaka ku approach consent, a yes should be a yes for you. Unaona? Vile Tito alikuwa anasema like when like uko like in that sexual with your partner, akisema yes it's yes, ikwe bold, ikikuwa no it's no. Unaona? So that's how you can approach consent. Ukisikia tu yes, ukisikia no yes kwa yes. Hata bubu atasikia hiyo. So how can we approach?
For consent to be there, lazima there are two different people. So let's say there's something I need and there's something you can offer. I know you can offer. Not that you are offering. You're not offering, it is there. So ni mimi nataka. So for consent to be there, to approach that consent, there has to be that need. So I need to ask for it. So that is where two people, like one person is offering and not offering, one person has the ability to offer, and there's another person that needs. So this person that needs, ndio approach this other person who's able to offer. That is basically how it's approached.
But it can be withdrawn anytime.
Yeah. You can withdraw anytime. That's a good point. Alafu, I was talking with some friends of mine about kuna hii nini. What are the ways you can ask for consent without feeling awkward? Unajua kuna some guys, these are in a sexual view. There's some guys wanna approach a lady attacking while defending. So how can I ask for consent? Nisi feel awkward. Yeah. How can I do that?
There has to be a pre-existing relationship between the two of you. We can't, as much as these days tunaona from TikTok, YouTube and everything, there are these guys who do content and they just pull up and nini and they go straight forward. So leave alone yoyote. So for the way you've asked, there has to be a pre-existing relationship. Like I know you and it's like we are on the same page about this. We know there is this and that. Nonaga, it has to start from that point and nilikuwa nasema this person gives a no, but that no doesn't mean a no. It means like if you
it's a no, yes.
Your affirmations have to be right.
So if you push a bit, you'll get a good yes from me. So there has to be that progression. Ndio maana watu wakutana wanakatiana, it gets to that point slowly and then it starts from
Nice. Alafu another question I should ask on relationships, on consent. When we are in a talking stage, do we have consent over our partners?
Nah. Clearly no. You don't have the right. For instance, it's about making decisions, and we're in a relationship. You don't have the right to make decisions for me. You don't have the consent to make decisions for me just because we're in a talking stage.
What do you mean by it? Okay, would you tell us a little bit about talking stage from what you said?
Okay, according to me, talking stage is the period where we get to understand each other, where we get to know if maybe this relationship has a way forward.
And how many talking stages can one be in?
Yeah, well, according to me, I feel like as a elegant lady, you should have at least one person, or rather at most one person in a talking stage.
But unajua in our society right now, I can see like when you are in a talking stage, I think your options are open.
True.
Sindio? So nataka kupinga kitu unasema juu what our society is displaying is that you can have multiple potential partners at the same time in the talking stage?
Okay, well, according to me, elegant ladies should not look at the society but as an individual. That is why I'm saying, as elegant ladies, they should push their goals to one person into finding out what this person is more about. You
Nice.
get me?
Okay, yeah.
From what he said and from what you're saying, you're saying the right thing. And whatever you're saying is what is happening.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference of what is expected and what is happening. And all this is influenced by the society we are in. Let's name it all: social media, everything that you can think about that is out there, especially in the internet, on the internet, is influencing all this. So as you're saying, there are people who have multiple people that they have in their talking stage. Like you're in your talking stage and you have 5 people. So what about all these 5 people? So what if you're talking to 5 of them and then 3 of them like you? You like not necessarily like you, because if 5 guys are talking to you, it means they like you, and you are at the point where you need to decide who you like. So what if you like 3 of them, and then you find yourself you have 3 people? So what next after talking stage if you have 3 people who like you? What is the next stage of vetting? That is why we need to have whatever you're saying. It's so difficult to achieve it in this society because people take pride in, I can manipulate 5 guys, especially women. I don't mean any disrespect to women, but these days women take a lot of pride in, I can manipulate 5 guys, I can manipulate 2 guys or whatever. So it's not really something decent that they would take pride in. At the same time, as this person who talks to 5 people, it means this is someone who's so much outgoing. What if you're getting as someone who's not as outgoing as you are? So this person has to deal with your character of talking to multiple people while they're with you. And it's difficult. So this person finds themselves at a point where they need to deal with your baggage, because when you come in, when you get in a relationship, you come with all your bad habits. You come with all
traumas,
everything. And at most times than not, when you carry your baggage from the last trip to the next one becomes shorter than you expect. So this person has to deal with you. You're supposed to be my comfort. You're supposed to be my soulmate. You're supposed to be someone who I confide in. I cannot confide in you if I have to deal with you. Because you talking to 5 people, number one is stress. Stress to me. Because I don't know what you're talking about these other guys. So first, you make me doubt you. That is the first thing that will happen. 2, I'll be so keen with where you're going, what you do, who you deal with. I don't even trust your friends. It's the same way I mentioned it one time with a friend, and they got really offended because I said, if I have someone coming into my life as a soulmate, if you come, you have to let go of all your single friends. Because all your single friends will come and influence the most critical choices that you need to make, especially with me. If I'm wrong, maybe it was an honest mistake. You have to differentiate between my honest mistake and my stupid mistake. If it's my honest mistake, you can deal with it. But all your single friends will give you very many options on how to deal with me. And that is actually something that I don't know how to put it. It's just a whole bunch of nonsense.
It comes with a form of respect. Learn to respect your partners. Learn to respect your relationship. Learn to respect what you're aiming to. And the next question, sorry for that. The next question is,
maybe unaweza sema kitu ya
you want to add up on?
ongeza.
But in our society hiyo mambo yote ifanyike, because mimi kama demu yangu ana chat na mambo matano. So mimi ndajuaje, lakini huwezi shika simu yake. Maybe amemhide, ameweka because
ndio amesema the amount of self respect. Alafu pia unajua the consent about relationships in our society right now ni like nasema aje, like things that are being offered in a relationship are being offered outside a relationship. So unajua so hapo ndo tumepoteza nini
It's exactly what she was about to ask when she said the thing about consent and trust.
Yeah, trust and consent.
So that thing, if I would say anything about consent and trust, it's two different things,
Yeah.
but they all
They
go
share
together.
it. Yeah.
So the thing is, let's say it's me and her. She can give me consent, but she doesn't trust me.
Trust me, yeah.
But she can trust me. If she trusts me, automatically she can give me consent bila ku hesitate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see? So what happens most times when people cheat? Let's say I have a partner. Like, this is my partner. Akona consent. And that is what holds a lot of people in relationship.
Yeah.
Let me be specific with toxic relationship because I know I have consent. So, when you pay consent, you automatically think that I trust.
True.
But I'm doing my thing out there. Not with someone I trust, but someone I've just given my consent. Well, we can do it. You want to, what do you want to do to me? Yeah? Just do it. This person has the consent, but sim trust kwa sababu najua this person knows that the whatever we are doing is clandestine, like something we are doing in private, something we are doing that no one else needs to know. That is just consent. So it doesn't need trust because we're just doing it just for the sake.
So I think what we need is to play this in here consent. We need to have consent and trust in the same team.
Yeah.
Sindio?
Same line.
Sindio? They should work together.
True.
Trust and consent. Where's sema I give this guy a consent, but I don't trust him. That thing we all know, good things don't last. Bad things don't last for long. Sindio?
Because in our society, many youths, unasikia kila mtu unasikia mtu ameua demu yake, mwingine ameua chali yake. Because of that.
Yeah.
Trust and consent.
Yeah. Able to tuambie hapo yeye nini? About trust and consent.
About trust and consent.
Yeah. Just continue.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, according to me, I can give you the consent, but I don't trust you. But if I give you the consent and I trust you, means that you literally cannot deceive me. It means that I have the assurance that whether or not things go astray, I am safe with you. So it brings on the topic of being safe, security, and clearing all insecurities among ourselves.
Yeah. Unajua kitu nazoangazia hapo ni try and find someone who like a safe space.
Yeah.
Sindio? Ndo like apply the consent and trust, they will go. Itakuwa tu nini intertwined pamoja.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Kuna kitu kusema?
Yeah. You have to find after a person who understand you better. Kwa shida na raha.
Ongea na sauti.
Kwa shida na raha hiyo maneno yote. Yafaa utafute mtu una trust na trust pia.
Yeah.
Hiyo ndio nayo.
So like alafu sasa kuna hii kitu kingine. How do we react when our partners set boundaries?
I feel like when our partners, we have the right to respect our partners' boundaries. That is my perspective towards it. So you should not bash at them just because you feel like you have the right to, or rather you feel like you used to have the right to, or rather you feel like you have the right to. So you should at least set that boundary, or rather respect that boundary.
Nice. Kuna kitu kusema?
Yeah, the boundaries lazima. Because hapo siwezi anza kuongea na chali ya huyo ama dem. Si kama ni dem. Nianze kuongea na dem hapo hiyo nianze kumwambia sijui vitu hakuna.
But unajua sasa these are the things we are seeing in the society. And let's say I'm dating you, sindio? Alafu a female friend of mine comes. Alafu the same way I'm hugging you and I do the same to them.
Okay, well, according to me, naona hapo inafaa kuwa na more or less communication. I have to communicate it out freely.
Yeah, communication is key.
Yeah, I have to communicate it out freely than nianze kusikia vibaya hapa hivi naona. So I'll just come and communicate it to you that this and this and this and this. So that communication literally means that I have set the boundary. And once your partner goes against the boundary, literally means that the relationship will not work.
basing on what you guys have said, you're friends, like two guys seeing each other. There's one friend from either side that anajuana na one partner. So I'm the dude that know your friends. Maybe the lady knows my friends.
Guys, yeah.
So it's not necessary joining a friends wangu, because what it accompanies is a lot of accountability.
Yeah.
Because unapata this lady will hold my friend accountable for a mistake maybe that I've done. Because you guys chill together, most likely you do it. And you see, at most times when you introduce your partner to a friendship, eventually it will get to ruin the friendship. Because if I don't like your friend, you have to get rid of your friend.
True.
Yeah.
If you don't like my friend, I'll have to get rid of my friend.
Yeah.
You've destroyed a friendship. And why do we sometimes say that it's friendship? Sometimes it's just, I kind of look at it as affiliation. It's just that we are affiliated through a certain thing. There's a certain thing that we can do that both of us benefit out of it.
Yeah.
Maybe something like this. We're doing a podcast. So creating a creator. I'm getting an audience, you're getting an audience. It's a matter of you get, I get. And when she said about boundaries, if you get in a relationship with boundaries, it means you are limiting a lot to the other person. Because ushakuja na boundaries. You don't know how, maybe I like things this way. No way, you have a boundary on the way I like things. So I'm already short on things I like you about.
Yeah.
So it draws me back from what I thought was drawing me closer to you.
Yeah.
Because you happen to be pushing me away.
Yeah, you're making it difficult for me even to like love you.
Communicate to you,
Yeah.
love you. Yeah, you see, like one of the most nonsensical things, the one I've had is love language. Love language is you get into a relationship and then I'm not oriented to do things like getting flowers,
Yeah.
going out on dates.
Let me cut you short. There was a story. A certain guy was like approaching ladies. Alafu anauliza like, what's your love languages? What's your love languages? And the guy was telling me, every girl I approach, lazima kuwe na love language ya ku receive gifts.
You're limiting me already. Ushani limit. I maybe I don't operate like that. Won't operate even.
See, and that is why we're talking about communication.
Yeah.
So then it means we'll have to change a lot if that's
To enter a relationship, you have to sacrifice certain things, or else you don't want to enter that relationship.
I don't need to sacrifice.
You have to
I don't need to
sacrifice things
Why
to get
should I
into a
sacrifice?
relationship.
Why?
Imagine
Why
you
though?
have to,
Why though?
because you want that relationship to work.
Okay.
If you won't sacrifice, then communicate.
The thing is, this relationship is supposed to add something to my life,
Exactly.
not subtract something.
It is not subtracting.
Yes, if I'm
You
taking
want
a compromise.
that relationship
I'm
to
taking a
work.
compromise.
You're taking a compromise because you want that relation to work, right?
I don't need to take a compromise because it's
Then if
something
you don't
that is
want
good
it,
for
leave
my-
it.
No.
If you're not comfortable with it,
Listen.
leave it.
Listen, what I'm saying is, this relationship is supposed to build me, not make me take a loss. I don't go out. We get in a relationship, you go out. Why should I go out? Because you used to go out.
That is why.
That is a compromise. I'm an introvert, maybe. I'm just giving an example. If I'm an introvert, you're an extrovert. I'm taking a compromise of going out. Why? And I don't like it. Maybe it comes with a lot of pressure, comes with a lot of, I don't know, expense. Name it all. All these insecurities, we're going out there, so guys are going to look at you, or maybe things like that.
We should totally not be talking about that right now, because once you decide to be in a relationship, you're already through with the talking stage. And if you're already
Yeah.
through with the talking stage, you already know that this is what I want for myself. So if you're in the talking stage and this is what you notice about that particular
You should not
person,
date them.
just drop it.
Yeah. I think
Drop it.
inaturudisha kwa talking stage. Inaturudisha kwa talking stage like you know the person like anaenda out. You don't go out.
Acha.
Acha. Yeah. I think the most important thing nimekuja kuona ni the importance of a talking stage.
Yeah,
Communication. Alafu sasa kuna swali hapa. Ilikuwa inauliza aje? what are the different ways that someone can communicate boundaries?
Different ways someone can communicate boundaries. Verbally. Yeah, verbally. Lazima ikuwe verbally. Yeah, alafu, okay. According to me, someone can communicate boundaries by... You have to... Okay, I'm confused. You have to bring that person down. No, makes sense.
Yeah, continue.
Okay, yeah, you bring that person. Alafu, ukwe na ile mindset, yeah, we have to talk about something. Umela, alafu, make it clear to that person because communication is key. Sindio. Alafu, make sure that at that particular time, everyone is conscious. Umela, alafu, like, you have to be serious about that certain thing. Umela, alafu, about what you want to talk about.
You have something to say?
Mtu anaweza danganya. Mbona na ni wewe umecall?
I'll give a very stupid example of a way to communicate boundaries. Me and you are seeing each other. You come to my place. No? Me and you are seeing each other, then you come to my place. If I want to show you some boundaries, Makuja, maybe you spend the night, there's dirty laundry all over. Not from me, but yours. I get. I'll pick it and put it kwa basket, laundry basket.
True.
You know, I don't throw things around. So when you do it, when you actively make someone participate in doing something, they'll get to understand the boundary. Kama umepika chakula is there, unakula na mkono. Mi nakula na kijiko. So you know there's something I cannot do and there's something
you can do.
Kitu ingine naweza sema how we can communicate our boundaries ni like learning about our emotional intelligence.
Yes.
Unaona?
True.
You know, say in our society, like we have young mothers. Sindio?
Yeah.
And in that journey, we come across something called postpartum depression.
Yeah.
So if you don't know the if you like could just study your emotional intelligence, utalenga huyo dem. Now you don't know what that girl is going through. You know?
Yeah.
So knowing your partner's emotional intelligence, like you study each other, it's very key.
True.
Yeah, you have something to add on that? What I can say is also we can visualize our limits.
Yeah, visualize. It's true.
Do you know how to visualize your limits?
Yeah. Of course.
Don't really maybe say something about it.
So how can we visualize our limits? Ni kitu kama like visualize your relationship inaenda wapi? Like vitu mnafaa kufanya like kitu fai kunifanyia. Naona vitu kama hizo. Yeah, that's how we are visualizing our limits.
We all have a limit tunajikiaga. That is, kuna point unaonaga utafika na mtu. There's a point unafika like the same way where kuna point unajiona utafika na hii podcast.
Yeah.
There's that
visualization.
There's that point.
Yeah.
So sometimes to limit to some other potential yenye tuko nayo. So there has to be that good and emotional intelligence that you're saying, such that as much as unaona itafika hapo, there's that gut that you have that maybe tells you it'll go further than that.
Yeah.
You always have to have that thought here. As much as this is the limit, it still has to go further than that.
Yeah.
It's the same way you said with single mothers.
Yeah.
You know, okay. I don't know if maybe this may sound bad or good or whichever. I've just done a small study of this single mothers, especially let's say the young ones. We have a lot of single mothers. Like statistically, it is proven that we have more single mothers than single fathers. Because unapata one is a single mother of 5 and each kid has a different dad. See? So that is the problem. Like you are a single mother to 5 different people. And then the problem comes in where these single mothers feel like they've been broken to an extent where there's nothing that in our effect anymore. They feel like they've taken the biggest L, so now any other loss that comes their way, it's not as big as the one they thought. So it really makes them manipulate a lot of things. They'll make you take a compromise. If that compromise itakubore and then you decide to go, I feel kama amelose. Kwa sababu anaona me, I'm just doing myself, that is how I like it, or maybe something like that. So they are really broken because they don't handle that. You said something depression.
Yeah.
Postpartum.
That one, they don't handle it. If they don't handle it, they move forward with a lot of grief. Wakona uchungu mob, this guy did this to me. That is where we get some of us men tunambua men are dogs, nini, trash, nini. You see, that is where it all comes from. When they don't deal with it. So they happen to view everyone. Where ulikutana na mse yako hivyo? So what makes you think the next person will be like that? You are the one who will make that person be like that.
Yeah. Also, nikiongezea, kuna hii pia, how do we communicate consent with friends? Like unaona, a friend can say in this perspective yenye anakuomba do. Unaona? Anasema he is my friend, is my close friend. Nizamuomba hata 30k na nimwambie like nitakurudishia next month, unaona? But unasema inafika next month hujalipa, anasema Ed is my friend, Juniedi, I cannot like mlipe in time, naweza mlipa in bits. Unaona? Yeah, so I think we should also communicate consent to our friends and also set boundaries. Sindio? And our friends pia wa respect our boundaries.
True.
Sindio? Yeah. You have something to add on? Non umenyamaza sana.
Hapo naye nasema boundaries kwa relationship tena lazima. Like hapo kwa friends should not wasikwe nini sana na your partner.
Yeah. So alafu another question. What does it look when we don't have consent, both in friendships and relationships?
Very, very
Let's try and visualize a society where hakuna consent, and I can unaweza simama hapo and then I hit you, or kama unatumia simu yako nikuje tu nikusnatch, like I need to make a phone call. How can we like itakaje?
very disorganized, disorderly.
How can we like tukiangalia, how can we visualize? Itakuwa fiti.
Sasa kila mtu hiyo ni rule ya kila mtu. Sasa mtu atakuwa amejitolea rule yake. Nakuja nachukua simu, nafinya, natumia, naacha, namupa.
Yeah.
It would be a very unruly society kwa sababu kila mtu anadu kenye anataka. So if you do what you want, I can do what I want. And that means kuna watu watakuwa na losing end kwa sababu if you have a strong guy and a tiny guy, this tiny guy will never do anything because he needs to find another guy mwenye anaweza manipulate.
Yeah.
So itakuwa very difficult cooperate kwa sababu kila mtu atakuwa analemea ule mnyonge. Kila mtu atakuwa anatafutaga mnyonge.
So tukimalizia, there's another final question. Can consent be withdrawn?
Yeah.
True.
Anytime.
True.
Yeah, able to we have like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
To wind
And
up.
put it in an example of marriage. For instance, I'm married to you and umefika pali ukaniboa, sindio? And then you really want the sexual rights, sindio? So I have the right to tell you that I am not comfortable with this.
Before we endelee, a very sensitive question I can ask you. Let's say you guys are married, sindio? Does he have a right of consent to have sex with you anytime he wants?
No.
I was talking about this on my other episode, the gender-based violence, and I really wakujibu vizuri, like why does he doesn't have that ana yo nini ya consent ya have sex with you anytime he wants, and yet you guys have been married, mko like married?
Sex is a right. Nela, Seja anataka imanishi pia mimi nataka. I can sue him for that, ataka tuko married. Unaona? Yeah, so that is why I was saying it doesn't mean that if we're married and he wants to have sex with me, he can have it. Melewa. Alafu, as long as me sija give him that consent, that yes, he can't do it. But if he does it, that goes to rape. Leads
Hata kama wamekuoa.
hata kama amenioa, he doesn't have that consent.
Before we say anything, I'd like to counter. You see, from what you're saying, let's just take a wider view. Let's not look at it ahead. Let's look at it from the top, all round. From what you've said, I don't see any tactical advantage of me having a woman in my life. If you can have the thought of suing me if maybe I ask for sex whenever you don't want.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Hold on. So it means that when I get married, so I have to deal with you, 1. 2, I have to deal with the law when we disagree. 3, I have to deal with your relatives because when we disagree, they come in. What is the tactical advantage of a man having a woman? Because whatever the case, the man is wrong or the woman is wrong, the woman is always the victim in a relationship.
Yeah.
What is my tactical advantage in that?
You know, as guys, like I was talking to an old elderly guy, like alikuwa around 50s. Alafu alikuwa ananiambia like vile anaona dunia inaenda, as guys we are limited. Juu ukienda town unapata kuna banking women nini. Like I was feeling that, not in a bad way. I know some ladies can attack me or nini. I feel like ladies are being over-empowered. So our duty is, how should we live with an empowered lady? You see?
Ngumu sana. Take it as the same way when when you umesema women are empowered, which is not bad.
It's not bad.
Look at the feminist agenda. Back in the days, 90s, 80s, huko nyuma, and the early 2000s, the feminist agenda was now to empower the woman.
Yeah.
But the current feminist agenda is to empower the woman at the expense of a man.
Yeah.
True.
No.
Yeah.
So that is the point where we get the problem, okay?
Yeah.
And then ukiangalia, women have been empowered to a point where if me ni mjamaa and there's another lady here, let's say she's weighing about 95 kgs. How can we describe her? She's
Obese.
no.
Fat.
Another word, she's fat.
Yeah.
If I would say she's fat, I would get cancelled for saying she's fat.
Yeah.
But if a woman would come and say, I don't like short guys, kuna kitu to happen? Why? And this obesity, fatness is something she can control. But height, huwezi control.
Yeah. Or also, someone akwambie, I don't like a kissy guy.
Yeah.
Something like that. You know, someone told me, like, mimi kuna msali in Qatar, jumini mkisi. I don't have anything to do with that.
Yes.
Nilizaliwa nikapata sisi ni wakisi.
You're shida ya God.
You're shida ya God.
You're shida ya God.
Nipende tu vile niko.
Yes.
You see. So, I think like it's a very tricky situation.
Choice and preference.
Yeah, you were talking about nini?
How
How can consent be withdrawn?
can consent be withdrawn?
Yeah.
Nilishasema, don't think you do it.
Ushasema? You have anything to add on that?
Kwa nilikuwa nasema sasa hapa. Umesema hapo kwa relationship. Sasa umeamua nini? So I can have a time to go and cheat out there. Kuna mtu ananipea attention kuliko.
Sisi sikupea attention. Umeelewa? Mbona wewe unafikiria kwenda kucheat? It's not like I'm not giving you the attention. Umeelewa?
Yeah, so
So you mean in a relationship what I need is your attention peke yake?
Hapana. Sasa not me, sasa sio ni yake.
Mimi hata mimi nataka nini? Si nimekuwa. Kwani unataka nikoe? Nilikuwa nakoa kuja kwa.
Ulikuwa unataka attention peke yake. Mimi sitaki attention peke yake.
Ilikuwa attention.
Wewe unataka attention peke yake, unataka na nini?
Have fun.
Have fun. Me, I'm not trying to get into a relationship to have fun. Umela. Nah. I am not getting into a relationship to have fun.
What are you getting into a relationship to do?
Kusonga mbele and all that.
Just
Growing,
describe
self-growth.
us kusonga mbele.
Ni describe kusonga mbele. unaona naweza kuwa na mtu mwenye ananisaidia in ways that let's say the exes or the other people could not help me as unaelewa. I'm not talking about financial stability, which is also an include
From what you're saying, you see, everything is good, but there's always better. So if you have me ndio good and umepata after your ex.
Yeah.
But there's someone who's better than me. When you go to that
but
person.
But the period nilikuchagua ni wewe nilitaka.
So you need me for a period.
Not the period. Kwanza ebu stop putting me. Unaona mimi I choose wisely. Unaelewa?
No. We're just it's an open discussion.
It's an open discussion. Yes. Exactly what I'm saying.
Whatever you're speaking of, you're speaking on a very wide.
You're representing all the.
I am presenting my ladies.
Yeah.
Yes. So you guys need us for a certain period for a specific thing. When you get it,
no,
it's the same way people say, "Mimi sai." You see, it's the new normal that we have a lot of good-looking women, kila mahali, all over. But hata kama ni our peers, we are told that madem si wetu. Why? Because there is someone who will offer better than what I'm offering. I'm the good that is there for you right now, but there's someone who can offer you better. I get. Yeah. So what happens is these peers, I'm your boyfriend because we are both 26, we are both 25, 23 or whatever. But what I'm doing for you is to help you get to the next level. That is what is happening, Sai.
No, as a guy, you should not go for a loud and noisy girl. But instead, but instead go for a rather intelligent and elegant girl. Umela, the difference is when you decide to go for this loud and noisy girls, they'll definitely want you to push them to that extent yenye wewe unaongela. But if you choose elegant ladies, they will stick with you, they will understand you, they will move forward with you unless ufanye mistake. Umela, and then you call a stop. Cheating cannot be tolerated unless he cheats. That is why I am speaking on behalf of elegant ladies.
Yeah. So I think that this drives us to another topic and it will eat up the episode. So what I can say ni relationships are very different for everyone.
True.
Sindio? He can anza kuwa na dem with different qualities yenye anataka. We have that talking stage. Sindio? You want a dem yenye unataka kwenda sherehe naye. Tafuta tu a girl with that whole package, then you will be happy. It will not make you like go and cheat again. Yeah, ukisona dem yako mnaenda naye sherehe, you won't cheat with her again. So, you agree with that? Yeah, that's my thinking.
I'll reserve my comments.
Okay, so I think we can say our social media handles. Ama kuna kitu nataka kuongezea?
No.
You can say our social media handles, and I think this topic needs a part 2.
For sure.
Yeah, because
how many likes to part 2?
I think we need let's go with 50 likes to part 2.
500
or 500. Yeah.
500 likes for part 2.
Part 2. Yeah, so I think tutaanzia pale your social media handles.
Instagram labanbalo, Twitter labanbalo, TikTok labanbalo.
Telegram
labanbalo.
Kwa Telegram.
Yote tu yani social media yote labanbalo.
Your girl Miss Africa, YouTube Mrs. Africa, Instagram Mrs. Africa, where else? TikTok Mrs. Africa.
Yeah. Me, I think you know mine, nimesema kwa kila episode. It's _life of Eddie 23, but I'm going to change it to 24 because I'm a year older. So say your social media handles.
Yeah, it is what it is. Tito himself, kila mahali. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok is Tito himself, the host with the most.
Yeah, the host with the most.
Host to the most.
So thank you so much, and see you on the next episode. Peace out.